So I'm going to teach you how to make the squares for this patchwork cardigan. Start off with making a slip knot and chain 20 chains. So once you have 20 chains, we're going to be adding 2 additional chains at the end. So 1, 2. So once you have 22 chains in total, you're gonna yarn over, and on the 3rd stitch from the hook, so 1, 2, 3, you're gonna insert your hook, yarn over, and pull up a loop. And you should have 3 loops on your hook. Now yarn over and pull through all 3 of the loops. So you're going to be repeating this in each chain until you get to the very end of this row. Yarn over, insert your hook into the stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through all 3 loops. And just keep half double crocheting until you get to the end. So once you get to the very end of your row, we are going to chain 2 and turn our work over. So we're going to be repeating the same stitch until the end of the row. So you're going to yarn over, not on the 1st stitch, but on the 2nd stitch. You're going to insert your hook, so 1, 2. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through all 3 of the loops. So keep repeating that until you get to the very end. So once you get to the end, you're gonna chain 2 once more and turn your work over. So from now, it just keeps getting repetitive. So when you chain 2, you're gonna half double crochet in each stitches until you get to the end here. So this is the last stitch. So the chain 2, you put your last half double crochet in the stitch, then you start over again by chaining 2, half double crochet until the end, and just keep doing this until your squares get to about 14 or 13 rows. So I'm gonna keep doing this until my square gets bigger. So as you can see, like I said, this is the very last stitch. So I'm going to make my last half double crochet on this stitch. Now that I'm finished, I'm going to chain 2 and just repeat that same thing all over again. And I will meet you back when I finish my square. So once you're done, you're just gonna chain 2 and cut the yarn and just tug on that knot, and here is your square. So I did about 14 rows, but you can make as many or as less rows as you want to. So you're gonna be making many of these squares. So I have already made a lot over here with different colors, and I'm going for a more neutral look. So just make more squares, and I will see you in the next clip on how to sew them together. So to start connecting the squares together, you're going to cut out a long piece of yarn. So I'm just going to be using this from this square I made just because I cut this long piece. And to get started, you're going to get your darning needle and just hook it through. We're going to start with the invisible seam. So make sure both of your squares are on the right side. So to determine the right side, so the right side has the V stitches along the top, and this one has the very foundation chain. So this part was the right side. So I already did the seam here, so I'm gonna show you how to do it here. So once you have the right side of both squares, you're gonna take them together like this, and we're gonna start sewing them. So to start, you're going to put your hook or your needle to the very first stitch of the first square. So once you have that, first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna thread it the other side. So going into the back loop of both squares, I'm going into the back loop of this one and finding the back loop of this side. And once you have that, you're just gonna thread it through like this. So you're just gonna continue threading it to the back loop. So I'm gonna thread it to the back loop here as well as here. Just like that. And I'm just going to repeat that until I get to the end here. So again, going into the back loop of the first square, going into the back loop of the second square. So once you get to the end, you're just going to make a knot. So this is the wrong side, and when you flip your squares, you will see that it is nice and clean. So this is how you're going to be sewing your squares together. So this panel is the first sleeve, and as you can see, it's 3 by 3, and you're going to be attaching it together with the same seam. So you're gonna flip or have your panel sleeve right side towards you, and then you're just gonna fold it in half like this. And then you're gonna start by sewing it together to close the sleeve. Once you close the sleeve, it will eventually look like this. So this is the sleeve completed. As you can see, it's all in one piece. And those are both of the sleeves. And this part is the back panel. It is 4 by 3 and I attached it with the same invisible seam. So this is the good side and this is the wrong side. And then for the front panels, there are just single 3 squares. So they would be attached at the top of the back panel, and I will show you how to do that. So I'm going to show you guys how to attach the front panels to the back panel. So we're going to start with the back panel with the right side facing towards you, and then we're going to take the front panels here and make sure the wrong side is facing you so you can see all the seams there. So you're gonna line this up to the back panel. So at the very end here, going to take the other side, make sure it is the wrong side up, and gonna put it here at the end. So you're gonna line it up, and then we're just going to attach it using the same invisible seam that we are using to connect all of the squares. So attach both sides to the back panel, and then I will show you how to connect the sleeves to the body. So now I'm going to show you how to attach the sleeves to the cardigan. And so what you're going to do is you're going to make sure that the front panels here have the wrong side facing towards you. So as you can see, this is the wrong side and this is the right side, and the back panel has the right side facing towards you. So to attach the sleeve, you're gonna get your sleeve here, and then you're just gonna align it inside the cardigan here. So you're just gonna lift this, then you're gonna align the edges to the right sides, and then once you have that, you're gonna just put it back like this. And then you're just going to attach the sleeves with the invisible seam, just like how we did all of the squares here. And once you have that, you can turn your cardigan to the actual right side. So it's gonna be like this, and this would be the back, and you can try it on like that. So I'm just going to be sewing this down. So once you have these sleeves sewn down, you're just going to be doing the same thing to the sides here to close the cardigan, and as well as here. So once you're done sewing down the sides of your cardigan and weaving in the ends of your yarns, you should be all done your patchwork cardigan. So if you guys like this tutorial, please give it a big thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, and see you next time. Bye bye.